Hi everyone, this is take 2 of Billy's 8-2 tutorial. The first recording got messed up because I had it cropped incorrectly, so now I'm doing it again. Hopefully, it's a little more efficient this time around. So I'm going to be walking through my 4-2-7. This is mainly aimed at runners about going for 1x level, maybe a little slower, but 8-2 is a level where people have a lot of improvement, and I feel like they should really be going for some more strats. So and they just really don't know how things work. So we'll start in the first room. You can do first room a lot of different ways. Mine is pretty consistent, but I'm going to explain how rolling hills work. Normally, Mario moves at 3 units per frame. When Mario's on a rolling hill, it applies like addition or subtraction basically to his speed. So if it's a backwards rolling hill that gives a momentum of negative 0.5, then Mario will run at 2.5 units per frame when he's on that rolling hill. The same is true of a positive speed. So like if it's moving to the right, then Mario will move faster when he's on the rolling hill, obviously. That speed is kept until Mario lands. So when you jump off this rolling hill, you want to hold the jump for as long as you can so you keep that speed. That is pretty of a bad example, but you don't want to hit these blocks either. As long as you're getting a 494, it's pretty okay. The twirl out of this pipe does not save time. This is Neil's downwards velocity strat. I don't go for this in runs. It saves like no time. I would not go for this. Instead, just land here. And you want to run as long as possible here because this rolling hill is a lot faster than this rolling hill. And you want to have the greater speed for longer, of course. So you land about here so you can get set up for the next section. The bottom route is not hard. And it's, in my experience, decently faster. So I'd recommend people to go for it. If you're going for 1x, which is mainly the target of this video, or if you just want to learn some stuff about 8-2, and just enjoy, I guess. So then you land here and you get set up for a crouch boost. If you're watching this, you better know what a crouch boost is. It resets your momentum to 3 when you uncrouch in the air, regardless of whether your speed was above 3 or below 3 before. So do not be crouch boosting off of rightward moving rolling hills, please. I've seen people doing that. Okay, so you land here. This is a lenient crouch boost because it's on somewhat flat ground, so it's not frame perfect. If you're on a slope of a rolling hill, you have to jump the frame after you crouch, which sounds very difficult, but it's actually not that bad. It's just slightly inconsistent. I get many of them in this IL actually. So then with practice, the goal is to land as early as possible after this spike ball actually, so you can enjoy speed of this rolling hill. Then you do a nice big jump right before this, ideally as close to before it as possible to get as far in the air off of the forward moving rolling hill. Then you land on this one, and if you get a really nice jump and twirl, you can actually get a lenient crouch boost off of the flat part of this rolling hill. But you could also go for a crouch boost here. This one saves very little time, and then you want to land as early as possible over here. Regardless of whether or not you get a crouch boost, you want to land as early as possible off of a backwards moving rolling hill. You land as early as possible here. Now this is the section where most people have the most improvement. You want to get a triple off of this thing over here. So you want to get a double off of these brick blocks. To do that, you want to jump as late as possible right here. You don't want to hit these, obviously, unless you're the TAS and you're going for Goomba boosts. So you jump here. You get, with practice, you time your twirl nicely. You run for just the perfect amount of time here. This isn't that tight. Like, I get it very consistently, and you can definitely do the same with practice. And you get a double jump off of these brick blocks. Now, you get a there's 3 things you could get here. If you messed up the triple, you could not get a triple jump here. You could get a normal triple jump here, or you could get a crouch triple here. I guess technically you could get a normal crouch jump too, but I don't know what you're doing at that point. So if you get the crouch triple or the normal triple, all you have to do is do 1 twirl to get to this platform, which is where you're trying to get. You want to land as far left on this platform as possible because you're moving off a backwards rolling hill. The crouch boost here saves a lot of time, but it is frame perfect, unfortunately. If you do the double, if you don't get the triple, you have to do 2 twirls, and it feels really bad. Okay, now when you land, Then you immediately jump onto this one. This is what I call big wheel skip. It's not as scary as it looks, but if you don't feel comfortable going for it, then you just go here and make sure you do a crouch boost off of this one. So you land here, and then you do a nice triple or a double, depending on what you did over here. You get all the way over here. You do some twirls. It's really nice. Skip all of this backwards rolling hill shenanigans. Slide down this. Make sure. Nice speed bonus. Now slide down this. To set up for this forward moving rolling hill. And if you time your twirls and stuff, you don't do a twirl off of this one, sorry. If you time your jump well, then you can land about here, and you can get a nice lenient crouch boost to land right there. The crouch doesn't really matter if you land on the perfectly left edge, which you should be aiming for. So now don't slide down this one because sliding down 45-degree slopes is bad. But then immediately start sliding on this forwards moving rolling hill, which is a gentle slope. Now at about this part of the slope, you jump like you would normally be trying to clear this, which most of you should be if you're trying to follow these strats. Now I recommend you go for this because this saves a lot of time, and with practice it's not hard at all. You hold left some point here. With practice you'll figure it out. All of this you have to practice, it's not magic. And you hold jump off of this. You get like a completely full jump, and this gives you massive speed for a long time compared to like this rolling hill. So you go all the way over here. You can do a crouch boost here. It really doesn't matter though, because your goal is to land right here, as far left as possible. Now here, you want to hit as far left on the rightmost, the block with the star. You want to hit it as left as possible, and you want to ground pound as low as possible. I do a bad job in this IL with getting the right amount of height, but I do a good job hitting it on the far left. You want to hit it as far left as possible so you don't have to wait as long. That's an easy time save. I see people hitting it over here. I don't know why you're hitting it over here. Fix it. Okay, now here. My big advice is that most people struggle to get the boost off of the slope after they grab this star. It's possible to get it without the trick I'm about to explain, but it's way harder. So when you grab the star, make sure you keep holding right, because when Mario is ground pounding in this game, he actually moves right if you're holding right in a ground pound. So if you hold right, you'll get this boost very consistently if you're grabbing the star at all on the right side. So you get the boost. Now this crouch boost nobody does, and it's free, so everyone should do it. All you do is a crouch boost here. It works in a star too, so no one realizes that they need to in a star, so they don't do it, but just do it. It's free time save. Okay, now here is the fancy turnaround. The key to the fancy turnaround is doing the same thing every time. I make an effort to jump. I'll slow it down. I jump off the top of this rolling hill. That was a little late for me, but it's actually somewhat lenient. Jump off the top of that. I twirl at the peak of my jump. That was a twirl. And then I twirl again over here. You need 2 twirls. I'm not sure if a setup exists with one, but like when Pidgey's done this, when Yakker's done this, I'm pretty certain they use 2 twirls. I've always used 2 twirls when I've gotten it to work successfully. Then when you get the really nice turnaround, then you just do a spin jump or whatever type of jump into the ceiling, because the ceiling also resets your momentum to 3 units per frame coming off of the rolling hill right here. If I've said units per second anywhere in this video, I mean units per frame, I'm sorry. Okay. Yakker does some weird thing where he bonks up here, but I have no idea how to get that to work, so I would recommend doing this. It's very consistent and easy. Okay, then you enter this pipe. You should be getting 444s. You can get 445s. I have once before in my unrecorded 427, but 444 is doable IGT. You should be getting 426s if you follow these strats. Yay, do it. Free time save. Free meaning if you put the practice in, then it's consistent. How about that? Okay, now here you should be doing 2 crouch boosts. A lot of you only do 1. 2 isn't hard with practice at all. It's really consistent, and it's actually big time save. So you should be doing 1 off of this and then 1 off of this. Now, if you did the last section really fast, then this jump is going to be really tight if you keep holding 2 like I do in this IL because I was being stupid. So when I land, it's hard to tell, but I either had 1 or 2 frames to actually jump. which is stupid. So you should release 2 if you're like really fast here and just try to land earlier. I think it was 1 frame. And then here, jump on the edge, of course, and then twirl right about at the ceiling, and then as soon as you can over here, scratch boost, land here, slide down, and enter the pipe. Don't bonk there. Okay, now I don't do it in this IL because I didn't know at the time because Cryptic was being bad at explaining things and was kind of hoarding the strat. But here is stutter step. I'm just gonna try to explain it. In this last room, this is the only time this tech applies in the entire game, maybe in some ROM hack somewhere. If you land on these really fast moving rightward rolling hills while holding 2, you get a nice speed boost. I have no idea why. But nowadays I twirl, or I guess spin jump, whatever you want to call it, and then I immediately hold 2 as I land on this thing. And then I get a nice speed boost. And then the same with this. As I jump, when I'm like done with the jump, then I let go and repress 2 so that I get the speed boost when I land. And then you can get last rooms that are faster than exactly 7 IGTs with this method. Alright, I hope at least something in that was helpful for you. I'm Billy. Good luck with 8-2.